Stupid mistakes people make after 65 that destroy their lives. Have you ever looked back and wished you had done things differently? As we move past 65, the decisions we make can either help us build a meaningful, joyful life or slowly drain our happiness and well-being. The truth is, some mistakes seem minor at first, but over time, they can lead to serious consequences, including loneliness, financial hardship, and health issues that could have been prevented. In this video, we'll explore 5 major mistakes people often make after 65 that can silently wreck their lives. Some of these might surprise you because they often unfold so gradually that people don't even realize the damage until it's too late. But once you're aware of these patterns, you can take control, avoid regret, make smarter choices, and shape a better future. Stay with us until the end, because this isn't just about avoiding pitfalls. It's about making sure your later years are full of vitality, meaning, and peace of mind. We'll go over each of the 5 mistakes, why they happen, and what you can do to avoid them and live better. Let's begin. Number 1. Neglecting physical health. One of the most common and harmful mistakes people make after 65 is overlooking their physical health. It usually begins in small ways, skipping that short walk, choosing fast food instead of something nourishing. Over time, these small habits snowball. As energy fades and movement becomes harder, many assume it's just aging. But in reality, a lot of that decline comes from inactivity, poor nutrition, and ignoring early warning signs. If you've ever felt extra stiff after sitting too long or noticed your balance is off, your body is signaling for help. Movement is vital at every age. The less you move, the harder it gets to stay active. Eventually, basic tasks like climbing stairs, standing up, or reaching for a shelf feel like major challenges. Weak muscles can lead to poor balance, and with that comes the increased risk of falling, a major danger for older adults. Take Henry, for instance. At 65, he still considered himself pretty fit, but he gradually stopped walking every day. A few months in, he noticed standing was more tiring, and his knees hurt. By the time he tried getting back into exercise, he'd lost significant strength, and even short walks left him breathless. It took months to rebuild what he lost, and he often wished he had stayed consistent from the start. Another big issue is poor diet. Many older adults think that eating less means they don't have to worry about nutrition. But the aging body needs even more key nutrients, like protein to maintain muscle, calcium for bones, and fiber for digestion. Relying on processed food or skipping meals can lead to fatigue, weaker immunity, and chronic issues like high blood pressure or diabetes. Skipping regular checkups is another silent mistake. Many avoid the doctor unless something feels urgent, but screenings can catch problems early when they're easier to manage. Conditions like high cholesterol, hypertension, and even early osteoporosis often show no symptoms. By the time they do, damage may already be done. The good news? It's never too late to change. Simple shifts, like walking 15 minutes a day, replacing junk food with whole foods, or using light resistance bands, can make a world of difference. Prioritizing regular checkups and being proactive about your body helps you keep enjoying the things you love for years to come. Number 2. Withdrawing from social connections. One of the most painful mistakes people make after 65 is slowly pulling away from others. At first, it seems harmless, skipping gatherings, making fewer calls, assuming people are too busy. But this kind of quiet withdrawal can lead to isolation, depression, and even faster decline in both mental and physical health. Humans are wired for connection. Staying social isn't just about avoiding boredom. It's about keeping your mind active, your emotions strong, and your sense of purpose alive. Sadly, many people assume loneliness is just part of aging, but that's a myth. In fact, research shows that social isolation can affect health as severely as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It raises the risk of heart problems, weakens the immune system, and even increases chances of cognitive decline and dementia. Let's take Dorothy, a 66-year-old who slowly stopped calling her friends. She figured they were probably busy with their own lives. Weeks turned into months, and soon, she spent most of her days in silence with only the TV for company. Her mood dipped, her energy dropped, and her interest in life faded. But once she reached out again, called an old friend, joined a local book group, invited her grandkids over, her entire outlook changed. She felt alive again. Her memory sharpened, her mood lifted, and her energy returned. Another common misstep is relying solely on family for companionship. While family is vital, they have their own commitments. It's essential to build a broader network, friends, neighbors, or community members. This makes your social life richer and less vulnerable to feeling left out when loved ones are busy. Technology can help here too. Tools like video calls, social media, or even voice messages are powerful for staying connected, especially when meeting in person isn't an option. Many older adults avoid tech because it seems intimidating. But learning a few simple tools isn't about keeping up with trends. It's about making sure you don't get left behind. Again, it's never too late. Reconnecting can be as simple as joining a group, volunteering, attending local events, or setting a weekly call with a friend. These small actions can transform your day-to-day experience. The goal isn't to have a packed social calendar. It's to build and maintain meaningful relationships that keep your mind sharp, your heart full, and your life connected to the world around you. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, drop a number 2 in the comments to let me know you're here. And if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Your support helps us keep creating content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's keep going. Number 3, refusing to adapt to change. Another major mistake people make after 65 is resisting change. Whether it's technology, lifestyle shifts, or evolving social norms, many older adults hold on tightly to the past. It's understandable. After decades of doing things a certain way, the idea of learning something new can feel overwhelming or even unnecessary. But here's the truth. Refusing to adapt doesn't slow the world down. It just makes life harder and more isolating. Many assume that modern technology is just for younger people. But today, being able to stay connected, informed, and independent often depends on being open to learning. Using a smartphone, understanding online banking, or knowing how to make a video call. These are not just modern conveniences. They're becoming essential tools. When older adults avoid even the basics, they often miss out on conversations, struggle with tasks that could be simplified, or become more vulnerable to scams because they don't fully understand how things work. Take Albert, for example. At 66, he refused to upgrade from his old flip phone, saying it worked just fine. But slowly, he began to feel left out. His grandkids used group chats he couldn't join, his bank required online access, and everyday tasks became more difficult. Eventually, he decided to give it a try. With a little patience, he learned to text, join video calls, and even order groceries online. What began as a reluctant step turned into a transformation, making his daily life easier and more enjoyable. Change isn't just about tech. It can be seen in habits and routines too. Some people refuse to alter their diets, reject newer medical advice, or ignore safety updates in their home simply because that's how I've always done it. But that kind of thinking can lead to unnecessary health risks or missed opportunities for improvement. Relationships evolve too. Younger generations often communicate differently, hold different values, and live different lifestyles. Instead of pushing back, accepting those changes with curiosity and empathy can strengthen bonds rather than drive people apart. Adapting doesn't mean giving up who you are. It means staying flexible enough to keep up with a world that won't stop moving. Those who embrace change often find they feel more connected, independent, and alive. It's never too late to learn something new. Being open to new ways of doing things brings growth, and sometimes unexpected happiness. Number 4, mismanaging finances. One of the most damaging mistakes people make after 65 is mishandling their finances. It's easy to think that money matters less once you're retired, especially if you've saved up or have a pension. But the truth is, poor financial planning, whether it's overspending, underestimating future needs, or failing to prepare for emergencies, can turn your golden years into years of anxiety, sacrifice, or unwanted dependence. A common trap is assuming your savings will last forever. But unexpected medical bills, inflation, or long-term care costs can drain even a solid retirement fund faster than you think. It's not just about having money, it's about managing it so it lasts. Richard, for instance, retired at 67 with what he thought was a comfortable amount saved. He traveled, gave generous gifts to his grandkids, and went out often. But by his early 70s, medical expenses began creeping in. His savings started thinning out, and he hadn't budgeted for long-term care. Eventually, he had to rely on his children, something he never wanted. If he had adjusted his spending early on, he could have kept his independence longer. Another issue is thinking financial planning stops after retirement. But managing money is a lifelong job. Even in later years, budgeting, investing wisely, and preparing for rising health costs is crucial. Seniors are also prime targets for scams. Some of the most heartbreaking financial losses come from trusting the wrong people. Fake emails, phone scams, and even dishonest advisors. Many people over 65 grew up in a more trusting world, and scammers know this. Learning how to recognize red flags, avoiding unsolicited offers, and asking a trusted friend or advisor to help review financial decisions can protect you from losing everything. The goal isn't to be rich, it's to be secure. Financial peace of mind lets you enjoy your time, focus on your health, and support your loved ones without added stress. Being financially wise, creating a clear budget, avoiding unnecessary spending, and planning ahead can help ensure your money lasts as long as you do. It's never too late to make adjustments. Even small financial changes today can make the difference between peace of mind and future stress. If you're still watching and this has resonated with you, comment number 4 below so I know you're here. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon so you won't miss out. Your support keeps us going and helps us bring more valuable content your way. Let's move on. Number 5. Ignoring mental growth and purpose. One of the most overlooked but deeply impactful mistakes people make after 65 is giving up on personal growth and losing their sense of purpose. Many fall into the trap of thinking that retirement means the end of setting goals, learning new things, or contributing meaningfully to the world. But the truth is, having something to look forward to, whether it's a hobby, a passion, or a personal challenge, is critical for staying mentally sharp, emotionally grounded, and even physically healthy. A common misconception is that mental decline is just a natural and unavoidable part of aging. While our brains do change over time, they remain capable of learning, adapting, and forming new pathways, even into our 80s and beyond. The real problem isn't age. It's mental inactivity. When older adults stop challenging their minds, the brain slows down. Studies show that those who keep learning, through reading, puzzles, music, or picking up new skills, are significantly less likely to suffer cognitive decline. Take Linda, for example. At 70, she found herself stuck in a routine of watching television all day. She felt like the best part of her life was behind her. Gradually, she became forgetful, disengaged, and uninspired. But everything changed when she joined an art class at her local community center, something she had never tried before. Within weeks, she felt renewed, mentally sharper, and even formed new friendships. That single step brought purpose and excitement back into her days. Another major mistake is drifting through retirement without a clear reason to get up in the morning. After years of working, raising families, and meeting responsibilities, many feel lost once those roles disappear. But having a sense of purpose is essential. Whether it's volunteering, mentoring, gardening, writing, or joining a cause, these activities bring structure, motivation, and fulfillment. Some people avoid new things out of fear of failing, of looking silly, or thinking it's too late. But age is not a limit to growth. Some of the most inspiring people started new careers, learned new languages, or found new passions well into their 70s, 80s, and even 90s. Growth doesn't stop because of age. It stops when we stop trying. Keeping your mind active and your spirit engaged not only lifts your mood, it increases your longevity, enhances your cognitive performance, and supports your overall health. The world still needs your wisdom, your creativity, and your voice. You're never too old to learn, to grow, or to matter. Final thoughts. Now that we've walked through these 5 life-altering mistakes, take a moment to reflect. Are any of these quietly shaping your current reality? Are there small changes you can make, starting today, that would improve your path forward? Aging is not just about getting older. It's about the choices you make every day. These choices will determine whether your later years are filled with joy, connection, and independence, or with regret, frustration, and limitations. The good news? You don't need a dramatic overhaul, just a willingness to shift your habits in small, intentional ways. White heavy check mark if you've been neglecting your health. Start with a short daily walk, a nutritious meal, or scheduling that long overdue checkup. White heavy check mark if you've been withdrawing socially. Call an old friend, join a local group, or try connecting through technology. White heavy check mark if you've been resisting change. Take a small step to learn something new, embrace modern tools, and stay engaged. White heavy check mark if finances have been a concern. Review your budget, cut unnecessary expenses, and protect yourself from scams. White heavy check mark, and if you've lost your sense of purpose, start small. Read a book, join a class, or share your story. Every step counts. The life you want in your later years starts with the decisions you make today. It's never too late to take control, to make better choices, and to shape a future that's not just longer, but richer, more fulfilling, and more empowered. Thank you for being here with us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned and how you plan to use it in your own life. Your thoughts truly matter to us, and reading your comments gives us the motivation to keep creating more meaningful content. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us grow and helps others find the guidance they need too. Thanks for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.